Yo, what's up? So today I'm gonna be doing the sword tutorial. I said I was gonna do it last time, but I think it took a little bit longer than expected. But yeah, I'm here now, and yeah, let's start on the sword tutorial. All right. So first, for the sword model itself, I'm gonna be using this model. Just paste it in here. This model right here. Here's the texture ID, mesh ID. I'll read it. The mesh ID is 497301002. Alright, and the texture ID is 497301004. Set like can collide and all that off. And make sure anchored is off. And the size. Oh, here's the size. It's a little bit weird. Let me see if I can. It's 0.173, 5.615, and 1.055. You can like change the size, I think. And to set this thing up, I'm gonna add a folder in here just called like effects. And I'm gonna go into starter player and go to starter character scripts, add a local script, server script service, and add a script. Alright, so before the video begins, you're gonna need a few things. You're gonna need your animations that you want to use for like the sword combat, right? And besides that, I don't think you need anything else. Oh yeah, also this tutorial might be a little bit harder than the last one, but yeah, it's also going to be two-part. I think this part is just going to cover like the basic M1s. The next part is going to probably cover like the blocking and all that. So hop into your local script here, and there's a few things that I want to set up. So you're gonna want to put your animations in here. So these are my animations. They won't work for you. It's a 5-hit combo, so it's 5 of them, obviously. And yeah. Just put them, name them swing. Put like a little array here, and just add in your animation IDs. You can label them too to make it easier. Make sure it's in the right order. So when it comes to services, I think I'll be using these 3 services. And now for the effects. So I'm gonna go to replicated storage, and I'm at a folder. I'm just gonna name this combat, because like if you have a different type of combat, like maybe fist combat, I might do a video on that later. Add a folder, it's gonna be sword, because this is sword combat. And then add a... I'm not sure if you need this at this stage. I'm probably gonna add one for now. Yeah, just name it effects. And yeah, we'll go over most of the effects in maybe the 3rd video after blocking and parrying and all that. Alright. So there is one other thing that you're gonna need, and it's gonna be the handle. This is the handle. It's literally a 1 by 1. Oh wait, no, it's 0.5 by 0.5 block. The color doesn't matter at all. And it's called handle. Turn off can carry as well, and anchored is gonna be false. Alright, so you can drag that into your effects. And you can drag this into your effects as well. You can name this thing sword model or whatever. I'm just gonna name it mesh part for now. You're probably gonna want to rename that. Alright, so back to here. We're gonna want to grab our oh yeah, and I forgot. You're also gonna want a folder and just name it remotes. And add a remote and name it combat. Nice. And so I'm gonna define all of these resources here, just like that. Next, there's gonna be a few variables that we're gonna need. So it's gonna be the player, the character, the human root part, which you can get like that. And now I'm gonna keep track of what combo this is. So this is gonna be the first combo, so we're gonna start at local combo equals 1. And we also need to keep track of when the last time we swing is, so we know when to reset the combo. And this is also the cooldown here. So now in our little local script, I'm gonna add a animation, and it's gonna have a blank animation ID. This is just to like later on load animations and stuff. Alright, so we're gonna need to set up our character, because right now he doesn't have like, or your character doesn't really have like a sword or anything. So this is how we're gonna set it up. It's a function called setup, and your parameter is the character. And basically what we're doing is we're taking the handle, the little white cube thing, and we're basically extending our character's right hand to the handle, and then we're attaching the sword to it. And then there's some rotational problems with the sword model, so change the C1 of that. Change this to offset it, offset the handle, this to offset the sword, and rotate it to the right degree. Alright. So next thing we want to do is to set up the character, or set up other players' characters when they get added to the game. So this code should do that. It updates, it sets up every character that's already in the game, and then once a new character is added, or like when this character dies, it sets it up again. We also need to do the same thing for when a new player joins. So like that, right? And I'm waiting for the right hand to be made just in case like their character hasn't fully loaded in. Then we set up their character as well. Now if I run it, unless we messed up, we should have a sword in our hand. Look, there's a sword, and it moves along with our run animation. So that's the little basics, right? Next thing we want to do is make the little code for the input code. So this is going to go something like this. Yeah. So basically, if this, it just, for this line right here, it just returns if whatever input you typed or clicked was a game processed event. So that's like typing in chat or anything, and you don't want anything to be like happening when you type in chat, so you want to have this right here. So next we're going to detect if the input dot user input type equals the mouse button 1. So if you're left clicking and cooldown is false and your character is not stunned, this is going to come in later. We're going to add a stun system as well. So you can't be hitting someone while they're hitting you, right? This is, if all of these things are cleared, that means we can swing the sword. We can hit someone. So, I don't think I defined it, but whatever. C.humanoid walk speed is 0. We don't want him to be able to walk around when we're swinging the sword, because that'll look funny. Can't let him jump too. And here's where the, I capitalized that, my bad. It's lowercase. Everything here is not case sensitive. So actually wait. If the capitalization does matter here, so do make sure you're capitalizing and not capitalizing the stuff, depending on how you named your variables. So this is where the last hit thing comes into play. So if the current time minus the previous time is greater than 1, that means we reset the combo, so combo equals 1. After that, we set the last hit to the current time. And also, we're going to want the cooldown to set off about now, so yep. So now we want to load an animation and play the animation. So so I didn't define anim here. So basically anim is just the animation that we put in here. So there it is. Yep. So now if we, oh wait, don't run the game. It's not done yet. Now right about then, we're gonna want to run a little function, and we haven't even made the function yet, so we want to probably send a data to the server to tell the server that we are swinging right now. So send a array called, or dictionary called data, and just send in some variables. The character is going to be C, combo number is going to be combo, action is going to be slash, right? And then remote fire, oh wait, server data. Go up here and add a blank function. Just does nothing right now, but we'll later fill it up with nice effects and stuff. And just slash and just send over C and combo, or your character and the combo number. In there, in the slash thing, just for now, the two things we're sending is the character and the combo number, so just leave it like that. After that, we want to make sure if the combo is the last hit, or 5 in this case, then we reset the combo. Otherwise, combo equals combo plus 1. And I'm going to add just another little cooldown for 0.1. And I'll set cooldown equals false. And then I'm going to let our character be able to move and jump again. Nice. So now, when we run it, we should be able to swing our sword. But it only has a 0.1 cooldown right now. I'll tell you guys why later. Don't mind these bad animations. They're funny looking, but they'll work out later. So here's where the complicated stuff goes on now. We're gonna go to slash, and I'm gonna be giving you guys a free slash effect. This is like kind of like those Genshin Impact slashes. So yeah, you can copy all this down. And the model that we're going to be using is going to be this. Don't worry about the little effect there and the sound. You don't really need the sound right now, but it's okay. All it is a little block with the size 727 and a special mesh inside of it with the mesh ID of 666-545-2633 and the texture ID as 88211-93347. Set the vertex color to whatever you want the slash to slightly be in that color, and set the scale to 710-7 so that you know the slash is more 3D. The texture ID doesn't really matter right now. I'll just tell you that right now. I personally like to add like a little light effect with the slash, but you don't need that. For the part itself, make sure it's anchored and that all of this is off. And make sure the transparency is 0.011. This is important. And I turned off cast shadow. So now I'm going to put the slash in effects right here in this folder. Make sure you get your folders right too. Otherwise, none of your stuff will work. And these are the 9 like stages of the slash. Yeah. I don't see many people giving out slash effects, so I decided to make like a free one. It's not that good, but I think it works for beginners. So yeah. So we want to keep track of like a few things. First is the mesh itself. So this is the mesh. We're cloning the mesh that we put in here. It's the slash effect. And we also want to define the humanoid root part again in here. And this is only within this function because this function is going to be run by all clients, and we don't want to use this one that's exclusive to this your personal client, your current client who's running the script. This function is going to be run on everybody's clients, and we want to make sure that this is one humanoid root part and not every individual player's humanoid root part. So if combo number equals 1, then do this, do with all of the stuff in there. Else if combo number, do it for each combo number. You can do this a little bit faster if you wait. I did it wrong, but whatever. Nice. So there's 5, so 1, 2, 4. I don't know how to count apparently. Forgot about the first one. There you go, so got all 5. So for my animation, the first one is pretty fast, so I'm only going to wait 0.2 seconds. The next one is pretty fast as well, so I'll wait another 0.2 seconds. The next one, the third hit, is a little bit slower, so I'll wait like 0.3 seconds here. The fourth one is slow, I think, so 0.4. The last hit is also pretty slow, so 0.4 again. So for the first hit, mine was kind of like a vertical swing, so it would like go up like that. So the positioning and the animation for that would be this. This is for like a vertical slash going in the left direction. So it's like swinging up like this. It goes from this point right here, and it goes up like that. Now the second hit, is, I think, a normal horizontal slash, like just slashes like sideways. So the animation and the positioning for that is like this. I rotated it a little bit by 30 degrees to kind of like offset it by a little bit so that you get a little bit more spin time. The third hit is pretty much the second hit, except it's slightly like curved, a little bit pointing downish. And then for the fourth hit, I think this one was, it was like the first hit, except it was from top to bottom, I think. And then the fifth hit is the exact same as the second hit, I think. Okay, so let's play that. Oh, yep, there's a problem. So, we didn't actually parent it. So, yep, I'm gonna parent this right here. Like that. So, yeah, that should work. Yep, here we go. So as you can see, now the reason why you see how like the last slash like kind of moves forward is because later we're gonna have like whenever you swing you kind of move a little bit forward, so you kind of need to accommodate for that. Also, the slash effect right now looks really lame, right? Well, that's because we didn't go through all the textures, and the way we can do that is with this code right here. We're also gonna need to keep track of which texture it is, so start with 1 obviously, and I named it 1. I named it count, the variable. I set it to 1. So now when we play it, okay, so the first one kind of bugged out because the texture didn't load. But now you can see you got a cool looking texture. And also you can see like it's super bright right there, and that's because there's a light, remember I told you guys? I would like to play like an animation that makes like the light dimmer. So there you go. So now you won't like gradually get more glowy. So yeah, you can see the slash effect. It looks pretty nice, I think. Once again, the first slash went from the bottom to the top. The second slash is like a normal horizontal slash. The third slash is almost the same thing, except it's a little bit rotated. And the fourth slash, okay, so it was actually from the right to the left, bottom. So I was wrong about that one. And then the last slash is the same thing as the second one, except it goes a little bit more forward. Nice. Now, we want a little code right here to check if the character is your character. If it's your character that's doing this, we want to create like a hitbox. We want to detect whatever it hits. So the code for that is simply this. Make it a little hitbox. The size is pretty big right now. You can change the size if you want, just whatever fits your needs. And here's the interesting part. If we don't hit anything, we want the player to move forward, right? So here's that little code right here. And we also want to fire all of this information to the server. So this is how we're going to do it. Oh, and also don't worry about this. We don't have that yet. And we want to destroy the hitbox after everything is done, so you don't get left with a bunch of unnecessary hitboxes. So now when we swing, we move forward a little bit. And now that last hit looks a little bit better. I added a little bit more like movement on the last hit, so it checks like if combo number is 5. And the way I'm moving them is by using a body velocity. So that's pretty much all of the stuff for your player right now. Currently, we'll be back with like the hit effects for maybe a separate video for like the blocking video. So now on the server side, so we want to define the remote. Here's the remote right here, and if we receive like a remote event, there's a few things we want to do. First, make sure these two are the parameters, player and data. If the action is slash, so that's like just swinging like a little slash, we want it to render on everybody else's screens. Right? So fire client for everybody except for your player. Now, otherwise, if data action equals hit, so that's when we hit somebody, right? I think we wrote that in here, right? We fire server, yep, the action is hit right here. Then we need to do a few things. So first we want to fire all clients to tell every client that we hit somebody. This is for like the hit effect that we'll later on do. So for everything inside of data.hitbox, we want them to take damage. So here it is. We also want to give them some knockback, right? So this is the knockback script right there. And we want the knockback's velocity to be different depending on which hit it is. If it's the last hit, then we want it to do more knockback. And also, in the case that we do hit somebody, we want our player to move forward. Remember that they only move forward right now currently on client if you didn't hit anybody. So we want them to move forward now. Here's the way to do that. Also, this is the stun script. The way I'm doing stun is I just put a bool value inside the character, name it stun, and add it for like 1 second. So like that would be 1 second stun. Alright, perfect. Now, if we go into the game, oh wait, there's nobody to hit. So I'm gonna add just a little block rig right there. And play the game. And if I walk up to it and I swing, oh, there's a problem with this block rig. Make sure his humanoid root part right here is not anchored. So now if I play the game now, I hit him. See, there's knockback. There's more knockback on the last hit. And it does 5 damage. Now he's dead. That's it for this video. Next video, I'll cover blocking and the hit effects for like getting hit and blocking. And this is probably gonna be a multi-episode series. There's probably gonna be more than 3 parts, might be 4 parts even. If you want to see the final result, you can check it out on my YouTube channel. It should be like the sword showcase. So, yeah. If you're wondering what the next series is gonna be, or not series, it's just like video, it's gonna be like another fire magic thing. It's probably gonna be like a fire pillar or something. I don't know. Alright, see ya. Also, if you like this video, you know, make sure you like and subscribe. You know what I mean? Just helps like the videos, you know, go through and more people get to watch them, and it makes me feel good. Yeah. Alright, see ya.